Matesuta. กว่าว่าอย่างนี้
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to.
ช่วยได้ป้า
Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. No luck with that dink over the top. Bellingham. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and it's a mighty effort! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
That's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
Rummenigge. Messi. Messi's cross. Buffon claims it. Messi. And it's Modric. Vinicius Junior. Up he goes!
รอลาติสูต้า
First blood drawn. What a great header, got plenty on that.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and led it perfectly.
Number 99, Gabriel
Nice
Batistuta.
finding themselves unexpectedly behind.
Gabriel Batistuta.
Rijkaard
Gabriel
stood up well to him there.
Batistuta.
And the pass is intercepted. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Some good work on the right flank here. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And here's Bellingham. Bastoni. Rummenigge absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
โอ้ยเดี๋ยว
Shapes to shoot! Manchester United are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Bastoni. Conte. Bellingham. And Bastoni. Modric. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Azar is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Messi. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Passing is crisp and sharp. Serginho. Vieira. Batistuta. In with the challenge. And he's been shifted off it. Bastoni. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That looks a good ball through. Now the finish! Bastoni. Ball's gone out of play. Now that's well seen too. He is through here.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Bastoni.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Vinicius Junior. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Driving on and making good progress. Serginho. He won't be happy with that one. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He's in space and looking for options. Bellingham. He's got
Oh,
tall.
this is interesting.
Decent enough try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's Scholes. Messi. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Manchester United happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. So we're just settling back into this second half. Manchester United carrying a one-goal lead. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Modric. Conte. Some good persistent defending here. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Van Dijk gets a foot in here. Rummenigge, he's had it taken off him. And it's Scholes. Messi looking to penetrate opposition lines.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Has a goal!
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. He's got to be in here! Oh, what has happened here?
The
Scores!
attendance for this match was
Keeper's not concerned by that.
72,306.
Look, it was achievable, Peter, but it needed his best.
No way through there. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Nicely spread. Oh, that's well spotted. Plays a delicate ball. Rummenigge. He's through and all along. Can he put it away? And he hits the net.
Đấy, thì nhà thì
They
giờ
have
vực này.
done it. They have their equaliser.
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller.
The goal scorer for Nice after 65
That
minutes.
really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Substitution on the field. Number 7.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Coming on to replace him is
That has certainly
number
made things
14.
interesting.
Substitution
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
There's the shot! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Manchester United really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
And the finish! Goal! Manchester United! And they've got their lead back.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Scholes. Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Manchester United still have the cards to affect this game. It's Bellingham. Doué. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Bale. And here's Batistuta. Modric. Chance!
Manchester United surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
He's got away. Who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Messi. Thuram. And it's Vieira. Turns back here, probably the best option. That's a little off target. Vieira. Antonetti. Kvaratskhelia. Palmer. Scholes. There will be a throw-in. Van Dijk.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Delivers with whip.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And it's Messi.
3 minutes at a time.
And the number on the board is 3. Messi. That is lovely. Modric.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
It's their second corner of the game. Floated up and over. That's that, the end. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win, and it came down to one decisive
And
moment.
now I'd just like to read.
เสื้อผ้าแต่นี่ลองบนเคาน์เตอร์ด้วยอืม
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you...
What
Oh,
a-
shooting chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Hey.
Real chance! There it is!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. He has found a way through. Tries a shot! Sticks it away! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Manchester United are doing very
Oh,
nicely,
Japan.
thank you.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And here's Bellingham. Scholes. Gets a good foot in there. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Modric having a look. Modric. Modric unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now then, the ball's come loose. Messi. His great hit! He scores! And they are dragging it back! Game on again!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
And here's Modric, looking for the right. There's the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, he's found him in space. It's a
โอ้ย
mighty
เฮีย
effort.
พระเจ้า
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Vinicius Junior. And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. It's a throw-in.
ว้า
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And it's Modric.
Such good technique.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Platini looking for options for movement.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Manchester United really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Conte. Scholes, who does have an assist to his name. Now it's Luis Suarez. Platini. And he's managed to get free. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now they can clear their lines. And he's quick to snatch it back. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. He shifted it to the flank. That's tidy. Now it's Bellingham. Oh, important interception. Nice ball, and he's in here. Bellingham.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Conte. And here's Modric. It's Scholes! Oh, a very decent attempt. And that is expertly dealt with. Now he's off and running. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And smartly reclaimed. Manchester United are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Vinicius Junior. Scholes.
Messi really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
And it's hoisted clear. He's chance! Nice ball, and he might be in
โอ้โห
here.
งานเท้าเป็นชาติอยู่ปีนี้
And he was quick to react. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Suarez gets into a good position. Oh, he's onto this.
2 minutes has been indicated.
Messi looking understandably energised after his goal.
That's going in strongly.
Vinicius Junior could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. And there's the end of the first half. So half-time, no shortage of action and talking points at both ends of the field. 3 goals to light up the crowd, and a fair reflection of the territorial state of play with the half-time scoreline 2-1. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second.
Just a
If you
quick
like your
announcement,
football
and an
unpredictable,
exciting one too.
I think you're at the
We're
right
about to
match.
announce today's lottery numbers. Please watch the screen if you have a
Gets
ticket.
things going for the second half.
Dang it.
Manchester United really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Manchester United come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
And he's made sure
Oh.
that's not getting through.
แต่แบบนี้ว่า
Platini. And no, that was never going to make it. Luis Suarez. Now it's Luis Suarez. And the keeper beats it away. Modric. Scholes. That is a great pick out. And he's certainly onside here. And the finish! Cannavaro gets it away. Messi. Now it's... Has a goal! It's in! And he's got what he came for. His 20th goal. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, that defence is perplexed by the fact they've allowed him the space.
Can he finish? Big moment! Massive goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Manchester United take the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And it's Scholes. Manchester United still have the cards to affect this game. Cannavaro is there and he can get that clear. He's got the
โอ้
shot
ย
away!
แย่
And he's gone looking for safety.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Platini. Platini goes steaming forward. He's in plenty of space here. And the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. That's what has to be done now. No question about
ไอ้
it.
ก่อน
Looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And here's Suarez. Brilliantly cut out.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Modric. Messi. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Just about up to 75 minutes. And here's Scholes. Good spot, he's seen the run. Played back in. Platini will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Messi tries making a foray down the right. And it's Scholes.
Manchester United surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Rijkaard makes the interception. Doué. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Maldini. Vardy! He should have put that one away.
Vardy really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Conte. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Doué gets into some space. He's making a real surge on the left.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Luis Suarez is wide and looking to get onto the... Oh, smashing header! And the header! Another fruitless header.
How hard can it be to time a jump with the right contact? It's not that difficult, is it?
Added time.
1 minute to add, according to the board. Luis Suarez. Great chance!
โอ้โหแปดสิบเกม
We thought it was over! It's all square once more!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
And that will be it. What a game. A contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Vardy claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little...
Hmm. À, แชมป์โลกอีกอะเนี่ย
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. And already we're underway here. Getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing.
Good
Now it's Messi.
แล้ว
Messi going face to face with his great rival.
Oh.
And that is a little undercooked.
อืม
We've seen many free role players that have graced the game, but Ruud Gullit is amongst the elite.
Well, no one would argue with that, Jim, but what do you identify as special in him?
Well, so physically powerful and intimidating, and I think his athleticism helps him get through a fierce amount of work.
Nothing quite like him in the modern era.
Agreed.
Modric. Manchester United controlling the possession in this early phase. Modric. Passing is crisp and tries a shot! Goal! Manchester United! That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Number 99.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Batistuta.
He won't be happy with that one. De Jong,
Batistuta.
and it's Gullit. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Modric. Vinicius Junior. Manchester United are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Modric plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Oh, that's a key interception. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Manchester United finding their passes. That's headed upfield. It's a smartly directed ball. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a good foot in there. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nicely worked. Goalkeeper's ball. Vinicius Junior. Cafu gets across to intercept that. Martinez. Messi. Oh, he couldn't quite make it. Conte. Cannavaro. Martinez, and the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Conte. 15 minutes till half-time. That's a promising run he's making on the right. To Messi. Ball is over the line. Time and again they are repelled.
Wow.
The most accurate pass. That's a nicely measured pass. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
That is a brilliant interception. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Scholes, who does have an assist to his name. Oh no, what has happened here? That's been intercepted. Bellingham. Scholes. Messi. And it's Cannavaro. And it's Scholes. Martinez. Floating
Wow.
through. Now it's Martinez.
No. Guilty.
Messi.
Will be 1 minute added
Guilty.
time.
Cannavaro. And the first 45 minutes are up. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was
Please make
genuine
sure to watch the
intensity and
screen for an
purpose
information
behind what they
bulletin
brought to
from
the
the
game.
regional police
I think they'll want a strong start just
Substitution in
after the break,
progress.
though, to force the issue that bit more.
Manchester United come off having scored the only goal of the game so far. It's been tight, it's been exciting, and there is certainly plenty for us to chew on during the break. So we're just settling back into this second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. And that's another good win of the ball. That's the throw. Conte, Modric.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
That is a great pick out. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Messi. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Modric, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played,
Yeah.
well stopped.
Now it's Batistuta. Modric. Nesta cuts out the pass. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Looking for the runner.
Osama.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
The attendance
Look,
for
the
this
game
match
is full
was
of ifs and buts. If
71,550.
only the pass could have completed its journey.
And he's gone backward here. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Passing nice and neat. Fiddles it through. Messi. And it's Messi. Well timed, excellent interception. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Oh, perfect. Great shot!
ว้าย
He's got a
พลาด
goal!
จนได้
They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has. Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Saviola, Bastoni kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Bellingham, spread it left. Vinicius Junior, he's got away. Check is there to take. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Nesta calmly anticipates. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Modric. And here's Batistuta. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Look, it's a run defence is dislike, but the timing has to be spot on. Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Scholes is offering some sort of an apology there.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Saviola. Oh, this is a great big chance!
โอ้โห
Really well taken goal. They've done it! It was coming! They have their
Oh, yeah.
reward! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Substitution on the field. Number 99.
Manchester United choosing to make the first change. There's going to be a major shake-up in the attack here.
Coming on the
Well, it
field,
looks like he's playing his trump
number
cards.
9,
That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
Number 14.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Pullet. Well timed, excellent interception. Modric, back into the middle. And it's Scholes.
Manchester United need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Modric. Scholes. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. And it's Scholes.
2 added
Bastoni.
minutes has been indicated.
And here's Modric. And here's Vardy. He's got the shot away!
เนี่ย
Oh, split
ป่านนี้เลย
second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. All the big boys are set for this. It's like Land of the Giants in there.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And that's that. Manchester United did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass.
Hello,
How do you look
attendees
back on
to
the
this
game then?
Ramen.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. The action has already started. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He's had a hit!
Well, Peter, it's a joy to have a chance to watch one of the finest to emerge from the African continent, Samuel Eto'o. He backs up his goals with a really strong work rate, and he's always effective, whether on or off the ball.
Yeah, fantastic talisman for his nation.
And more disciplined than people credit him.
Tries a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Cannavaro. Bellingham. He won't be happy with that one. Bellingham.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Doué. Manchester United are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Gabriel. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And here's Batistuta, and the shot!
Batistuta really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Bellingham. He's dealt with that really well. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Bale. That's good play. Now it's Eto'o. Eto'o showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Bastoni. It's Bellingham. And he's gone searching crossfield. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Nicely worked. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Lavelle! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Doué, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. And it's Modric. Bellingham too strong for his opponent there. Cannavaro cuts it out. Cannavaro makes the interception. So what can they make of this? Modric.
Oh,
And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Doué. Shot could be on. Hits one! That's a half-decent try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
And it's Scholes.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
That's It's a sweet ball, that. Modric. Bellingham. Bellingham! Contact was certainly crisp. Didn't quite come off.
Well, the way the ball sat up, he thought he had a decent chance, and to be honest, so did the
ไป
rest
ก่อน
of
มา
us.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he's managed to get free. Kante defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Batistuta. He's beaten the last. Now the finish! It's in! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. And that is about as cool as they come.
There will be
He
1
picked his
minute
spot
added time.
expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
And it's half-time here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Manchester
And now,
United
I'd
go
just
in
like
at
to read
half-time
out
on
our
a
fan
comfortable
club members who
2-goal
are
cushion.
celebrating their birthdays today.
Here we go again. No changes at half-time that we're aware of. Bastoni. Decent progress down the left. Referee's given a throw. Bastoni. Gabriel. Conte. Messi. Scholes. It's Bellingham. And here's Batistuta. Doué in acres of space out wide. Oh,
Hey.
it's taken out. That'll be a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And he's intervened well there. Bale looks to get on the end of this. Doué. And it's Conte. And it's Batistuta. Doué. And the flag has stayed down.
Oh
He's
ว้าว
made sure that's not getting through. Scholes.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
He can run onto that. Now it's Bale. Plays it in low. Keeper's ball. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Manchester United present their opponents with the best possible chance here. He'll know exactly where. And that's one back.
เย้
Not much more than a formality.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
กำลังได้เปรียบอีกแล้วว่าเจอแต่แบบ
substitution on the field. Number 23.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their
Coming on the
benches.
field is
We have
number
got
10,
ourselves a game here.
Mehdi.
Scoring early in this
Substitutions
half
taking
just
place.
takes the pressure off now and allows them a chance to be a bit more patient in trying to level things up.
Doué. Modric. Doué. Raul. Messi. Very much a man of this moment. Dink through. Now that's well seen too.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
And it's Scholes. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He rises! Ronaldinho. And smartly reclaimed. Manchester United are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Cross goes in there. Tries a header! Another header, but again the same outcome.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the service. They've just been very wasteful in the air.
Modric cuts out the pass. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Doué. Modric. Scholes. It's Scholes! It's a... Oh, what has happened here? Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. No way through, so back it comes. He's got the shot away! They've scored!
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
อย่างนี้ไหมอืม
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the
Hello,
minds
everybody,
of
and
the
welcome
footballing
to
folk in
today's
this part
match.
of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. We have already started here. Scholes takes control of it and he's on the move. No, he's not getting past him there. Vinicius Junior. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And here's Bellingham. Nice interception, well timed. Bastoni wins the duel this time. Brilliantly cut out. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Bellingham.
Batistuta really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He's there's the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Isco. Neither of these two want to come off second best. The ball has bounced loose now. Couldn't squeeze it through. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bellingham. Scholes! Just swings wide.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
Manchester United are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Messi. Chips it through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
And he's managed to get free. Dembele. Osimhen. And the shot! Goal!
Too far.
There is the breakthrough.
Manchester United really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
That pass has been well intercepted. Manchester United are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Dembele. Conte.
Manchester United really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Anthony. Facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. In with a header! simply do not know what has hit them. Devoid
The
of
hell?
any complexity, but boy was that certain.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect
โอ้ย
angle.
So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've
Oh.
gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
In by Vinicius. He gets big. Oh, just needed a better contact.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
And they're quick to get it back. Vinicius Junior. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Goes searching with that cross. Shapes to shoot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Batistuta. That is Conte. It's a really well-measured ball.
โอ้ไม่มีไม่แบบไม่มีตัวรับบอลเลยวะ
Isco goes steaming forward. Osimhen! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited and they need filling, and fast.
Approaching half-time and still behind. Can
เฮ้
they
ย
make something happen
เอา
now?
ดี
Goalkeeper's ball. Messi. Modric. Bellingham. Isco.
ๆเนี่ยได้ไม่ติดต่าง
Oh, he's through the middle. Osimhen. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Probably be looking to play it square from here. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Well, I thought his starting position was good and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
2 added minutes has been
No, that's
indicated.
been intercepted. Rice. Oh, played through for the wide man. Scholes. And there's the end of the first half. How would you review the first half?
Manchester United were desperate for the half-time whistle. A regroup and a rethink is imperative to rescue this.
Please be reminded that drinking is only allowed in the areas shown on this map. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Substitution in progress.
And the action is back on the way.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal
เหี้ย
becomes
โอ้
crucial.
บอล
Isco has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. You can run onto that. And through to the goalkeeper.
เฮ้ย
Anthony! Yes!
ตัวใกล้กว่านี้คือไม่มีแล้วหรอ
That settles it. A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
9
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And the flag has stayed down.
มันคือใครวะมันเล่นดี
Doué. He's shifting through the gears here. Doué proves just a little bit too strong.
ดี
Defence proved infallible then. That won't be the last they'll see of him. A well-placed played. That has snuffed out the danger. It's gone for a throw-in. Manchester United come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Rice, and the counter is on.
เออ
Osimhen,
โอ้
and
เฮ้อ
real chance!
เฮ้ยสกอร์ลงต่ำเกินนะ
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Threads one in. Doué, he has found the way through. Oh, important interception. Rice, oh, he's found support out wide. He's found the way through. Anthony! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Manchester United perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Oh, that's well spotted. Conte. Nice sequence of passes this. He's in space and looking for options. Lovely feet. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Rice.
ด้วย
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
อ้าวพาสโค
Well, that
กู
had the makings of something quite
เยี่ยลง
promising,
เป็นกลางรับ
but
เลย
it's fizzled out into nothing. And here's Dembele.
อ่ะเนี่ยทำไมกูลงต่ำเนี่ย
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Modric gets his puck. He's had a shot. It's Renlu. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And here's Vardy.
โอ้โห
Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising.
แหมมันหลอกล่อกูเหรอวันนี้อ่ะนี่คือไม่เนี่ย
Now it's Vardy. Bellingham.
ใช่ดื้อไม่เนี่ยใช่ดื้อไม่เนี่ยจับบอลไปทักกางวะ
Oh, the defence just about
Hey!
on the top, but they were certainly tested.
จะไปกินกับพวกมึงเนี่ย
And here's Dembele. Great hit. Oh,
เนี่ย
brilliant
ทำไม
save.
มัน
Dembele.
มันก็ไม่ได้อะไรขนาดนั้นนะเว้ยกูแพ้ทางมันเหรอ
Maybe better look next time.
เอ้ย
Looking to set
นี่
free
ตัวอะไร
another.
เนี่ย
Osimhen. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Modric.
This is the time you need that pace. Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
โอ้เกฮีวางมิดเลย
Challenge there, uncompromising.
โอ้โหเอ้ยอย่างนี้นี่
Well,
อ่ะ
they can at
โอ้
least make a fight of it. Even
Oh,
if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
No luck with that dink over the top. Nuno Mendes is offering some sort of an apology there. Encourage the... And the finish! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. He
เหนื่อ
scores!
ยอ่ะขอยอม
It is no contest.
ชนะตาแพ้ตา
It is
โอ้
a landslide.
After 88
Some
ที่ผมไป
heroic
ขึ้นจริงนะเว้ย
goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that.
ว้าอ่าใครนะตั้งเคาน์เตอร์อ่ะ มีหมูนะตัวเองคือมีหมูเลย
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. And already we're underway here. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival. Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Messi's cross. Not
โอเค
pretty, but it
ให้
gets
หม
the
ง
job
กลับหลั
done.
งบ้า
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Scores! And it's Messi.
เอ้ย
No way through.
มาอะไรวะเนี่ย
Kante becomes the latest member of the 300 club. Another feather in his cap in what has become a fine career.
Well, Peter, I can't attest to this personally, not having made it to that many appearances myself, but you only need to look around to see not just how much it means to him, but everyone that's here and beyond. This is a huge moment.
Wan-Bissaka gets it away. Bellingham. Oh, great ball! Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Modric. Bellingham kept his eye on it, and he's there. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Bebeto, now it's Messi. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, he's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. Messi with a real chance here. Messi! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Oh, for the keeper to get down to that was top class, but to actually stop himself from spilling it was exceptional. That's great goalkeeping.
Oh, strongly challenged there. Oh, this looks sharp. And it's Modric. Scholes. That's a good ball out wide. He's picked his way through.
โอ้โหไอ้เวยนะยังติดเป็น
Scholes showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Nice defending, physical and effective. It's an inviting looking ball, that. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Messi. And he's intervened well there. It is a corner. Manchester United with the corner, there first. It's a mighty effort! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Gabriel just had too many bodies around him. He would have done remarkably well to score from there.
Messi. He is through here. And it's Scholes. He played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Lewis Skelly spots it and intercepts. Alexander-Arnold. And that could set him on his way. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Corinthians clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now there's a fine ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Oh, it's Bebeto. Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's got to be in here. Real
โอ้
chance.
โห
Goal! Corinthians!
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Corinthians have penetrated for the first time.
It's so often the...
Oh, he's been caught napping.
โอ้โห
Hits one. Goal! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus, and then bang, you're pegged back again.
That has been slung wide. He's not got that quite right. Cannavaro. Scholes. Zakaria, too strong for his opponent there. Now that's well seen too. Conte. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Manchester United head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. Some first half thoughts?
Look, this match promised goals, and it certainly hasn't let us down. It's been really, really entertaining.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1.
Hello attendees, this is a lost children's announcement. Would the father of a boy in a yellow t-shirt kindly make his way to the information center?
Corinthians kick off the second half.
Manchester United clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Bellingham. The pass has been well intercepted. Messi. Out for a throw. Scholes.
โอ้โหแบบอันเนี้ย
Messi. Has a look and plays it forward. Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Messi. And it's Scholes. And Bastoni. Corinthians are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Alexander-Arnold getting this one clear.
The attendance for this
Scholes.
match was 72,306.
And the pass is intercepted. Vinicius Junior. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
อืมช้าละช้าละ
Lewis Skelly. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Modric. And it's Modric. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Messi. Bebeto. He's got space in the area. Could be danger here. Lovely feet. Alexander-Arnold. Some really good ball movement.
Bebeto really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
There's the shot! Goal! Corinthians! And they're back in front.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a
แม่งบุก
fine
กล้องนาน
drive.
บุก
I
ไม่
don't
ขึ้น
think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a
ไม่
bit unlucky in that
เนี่ย
instance.
ว้าแม่งบุกไม่ขึ้นจะวนอะไรครับ
Substitution on the field. Number 7.
We have got
Vinicius
changes here
Junior.
from both sides, in fact.
Number 99.
So a
Oh.
double change here, and
Ian.
both changes
Ian.
are offensive.
Yeah, and it looks like quite a shake-up to the front line. Interesting, we'll see how it develops.
Vardy.
Corinthians
Substitution in
go
progress.
into the lead.
โอ้ยมึงอะไรกันวะอะไรกันวะ
Manchester
โอ
United
เค
do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. He's had it taken off him. So what can they make of this? Bellingham. And it's Modric. Raul. Vardy. There's the hit! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Look, it's a run defences dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Conte. Great ball and he's in here. And here's... Can he finish?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Messi.
เหี้ยังแม่งแน่สัตว์เลย
Conte. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen,
Ow.
it's got to happen now.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something
no,
you
no
can
problem,
always
no.
cling to.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Scholes.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
อึบเลย
That's just playing it safe and simple.
อึบเลย
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
โอ้ไอ้
That's positional gold. The
กระสุนเนี่ย
utilization of
เกิน
space.
ไอ้นี่นี่
He's played him through. And through to the goalkeeper. Not too much to add on here.
1
Just
minute
a
แล้ว
minute.
ไอ้เหี้ย1 minute
Modric
แล้ว
can so cleverly
โอ้
bypass. And we're done.
ไอ้วะ
Manchester
เดือ
United were involved in a
เจาะ
great
ไม่
game
เข้า
here,
เลย
unpredictable in
3 กอง
so
กลาง
many
อ่ะ
ways. But in the end, they fell. คำถามไหนหรือเปล่าได้เดี๋ยวจากไอ้ตะเกียบก็จะมาจบอันย้อนขับเลย